Eagles All-Pro linebacker Haason Reddick says that he's not finished. The NFL should be scared because he said there's an even higher level he feel he can take his game.
I told the people.
We're going to talk about that, and also we're going to talk about how he's not alone. PFF went ahead and ranked the top offensive and defensive lines, and lo and behold, the Philadelphia Eagles are at the top of both. We're going to talk about all that today, but first, let's enjoy some Jordan Mailata.
Down to the river, well, I'm thinking I'm still about to move. Ain't no French Riviera, but it's all the same to me as long as I'm with you. If you ask me, baby, I think I've got a man, 'cause I got a roof over my head, the woman I love laying in my bed, and it's alright. Sing it, alright. I got shoes over my head, the rubber bird flies staring back at me, and it's alright. That's alright by me.
What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Joe Castro, aka Philly Fresco, and it is Philly the podcast. So today I want to talk about, first we're going to talk about Jordan Mailata. I mean, the angelic-ness of his voice, right? We're going to talk about this offensive and defensive line being ranked #1 per PFF, and also we're definitely going to talk about what Haason Reddick said at his football camp and why the full NFL should just be shaking in their boots, because this defense is going to be ridiculous. But before we get into all that, be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe, join the family. We are on the road to 10K. We'd love for you guys to join that ride. So let's hop right into it. Obviously, we're going to start with my guy, Jordan, man. Jordan Mailata is a 6'8", just wonder of the world. I don't know how that man sings like that. Watching him on stage with Darius Rucker, that's who that was with, was just, it was funny. I'm going to be 100% honest. Seeing how big he is, and Darius Rucker, I don't think he's a small guy, but he looks like he's 4'2" compared to Jordan Mailata. So seeing them on stage was kind of funny, but at the same time, it was awesome, man. Jordan Mailata has embedded himself in American culture, not just Philadelphia, right? Let's not forget that just 4 or 5 years ago, he was in a totally different country, not even knowing what football was like. So for him to make the switch and the shift that he's made has just been awesome to watch. You know, my girlfriend said it the other day in the car when we were watching it. She was like, this guy is set. He is set for life after football. Whatever he wants to do, he can do. It's awesome to see. I think that that's a nice way to just kind of start the video, you know, some good vibes. So shout out to Darius Rucker. Shout out to Jordan Mailata. Looking forward to hopefully seeing some more Jordan Mailata, right? Let's get an album going. I want a full Jordan Mailata R&B. Him and Ed Sheeran just get together and make some good music. I think that would be cool. But also today, I do want to talk about Haason Reddick. Haason Reddick is running a free football camp for ages 7 to 16 out there in Philadelphia. He talks about basically how he wants to kind of leave an impression on the youth, and he wants 10 years from now, this is a quote, that he wants from 10 years from now for somebody to say, hey, I went to Haason Reddick's camp and now look at me, you know, I'm in the NFL or I'm in a collegiate sport. He wants to have that type of feel, and that's respectable. That is awesome. Shout out to Josh Tolentino. He's the one that actually went out there and spoke to him at the camp, but it was an amazing read. Obviously, as always, I will leave the full link to the article down below, but just some things I wanted to go over with it is that he basically said that he's feeling great, that last year he felt really good in this system. He feels amazing with this team. Went on to say that he feels like the team understands what they need to do in order to get where they want to go. He kind of echoed the sentiment that we've been hearing all off season, that they're not worried about, you know, hitting the postseason. They're not worried about winning the division. They want to win the Super Bowl. So that it seems like that is what this whole off season is focused on. But they also asked him about, you know, just his health and how he felt and what he was, you know, gonna do next year. And that's when it gets a little bit scary, y'all. And not for us. It gets a little bit scary for the the other teams. Now, before I actually read the quote and everything, I want to talk about PFF ranking us first in both the offense and defensive line, because this goes with Haason Reddick. Obviously, last year we had a very good defensive line, breaking franchise records as far as sacks go. That close, so close to actually breaking the Bears record. Weren't able to do it, but this year feels like we might be even better. You know, you add a guy like Jalen Carter, you add Nolan Smith, you get a second year out of Jordan Davis, you're able to bring back a Brandon Graham, bring back a Fletcher. That defense is not going to be a joke. You have dogs everywhere, and I don't mean no pun when I say that. You literally have just animals at every position, especially in that front seven. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with the linebackers. But when you look at the PFF ranking and you look at obviously the offensive line going number one, which we'll hit on, but they talked about the defense intently, and they talked about even the second wave of defensive linemen, which who can you really say is the second wave at this point, right? It might change come training camp. It might change come week one. It might change halfway through the season. Right now, who really knows who's the starter and who's the backups? Maybe you can really say that, you know, Haason Reddick's going to be there. Josh Sweat is going to probably be there. But anything can change. You never know what happens. Nolan Smith can come in and really just wow people, and he's getting first team reps. Who knows? But they said that the second wave of this defensive line for the Philadelphia Eagles has a very strong argument to say that they're a top 20 unit in this league, excuse me. And they're saying as a starting unit, comparing them to other starting units. So they're saying that there's at least 12 other teams in the NFL that don't even have a starting unit on their defensive line as good as our backup unit. That's deep. That is deep, and that is a statement right there. The Philadelphia Eagles are looking good. I mean, if I am any other team, I am shaking in my boots, especially in the NFC East. You gotta face these guys twice a year. Now, talking about the offensive line plays into that, because these are the guys that iron sharpens iron, right? You get to play against some of the best players in the league on a consistent basis, and you get to learn what works and what doesn't work. If you go out there and put me against Jason Kelce on a consistent basis, I'll probably get a little bit better, right? And I'm not no, excellent athlete, but you add the athleticism, you add just the prowess of a guy like Jalen Carter, the leaps and bounds that I feel he's going to take is going to be incredible. So that just adds to the strength of this defensive line. Now, I do want to lastly go over this quote that Haason Reddick said, and honestly, this is really what started everything off for me. I was like, this is going to be an insane year when I read this. Now, shout out again to Josh Tolentino, shout out to the Inquirer, shout out to the whole football camp that he put together, because that's awesome. But here's the quote. You guys let me know what you're thinking about it in the comments. He said, "I'm in great shape. As crazy as it sounds, I feel as if there's still more levels for me to tap into. I'm extremely excited and looking to build on another great year. I want to continue the progress on what I did and what the team did last year. We know our ultimate goals, but it starts with us striving for consistent success." So look, take my money. I mean, at the end of the day, take my money. This Philadelphia Eagles, I'm putting all my chips in. This is probably the most excited and the highest I've ever been on a Philadelphia Eagles team. I truly think that they have put something together that can be very, very special, and something for Philadelphia Eagles fans to talk about for a long time. This is a dynasty in the making. But like I said, you guys let me know what you're thinking in the comments. But other than that, y'all know what it is, man. If y'all enjoy this content, be sure to hit that like and subscribe. But it is Fly Eagles Fly, and we are out here. Peace.
Eagles fans everywhere, this is for you.
Fly Eagles flying on the team. Touchdown, time to get Jalen this ring. You don't really want to start a thing. This a bird gang nation, baby. It's a Philly thing. Hater, and you looking like you type trash. I'm just here calling with Philly the podcast. And we can call a man dog, or watch Miles score off the handoff. Rest of the division, your man saw Jackson like Sean, hunting like Randolph. Season here, early time to do them in. Your boy Philly Fresco, thanks for tuning in.